welcome back everybody to the 100K Bink or Bust Bankroll Challenge. We had a big day yesterday. Basically, by the end of the day, we were up about 1,000, give or take. We're going to value that here. So we're on day 40. Bankroll has grown to 7,400. We had a huge day yesterday. We ended up third on the leaderboard. We actually hit a table share of the Bad Beat jackpot for about 400, and then we profited ourselves about $500, which is a huge day. Was a bit of a grind actually. We were at one point I think we were down 300 early on, and then we actually just put in a bunch of hands. Finally had a good session, and yeah, absolutely kind of cruised to the finish line. Overall, let me just pull that up here quick. It is a late start to today's 100K stream, so I'm not really sure how long it'll actually end up being. We may keep it ripping. It'll just be... Wait, did we check back turn here? I think we did. No, we bet turn, bet river, checks to us again. Probably have to value bet this, but it's definitely close. Could have ace queen pretty easily, but you could also, I was gonna say, but you can also have queen jack and queen 10 and not be willing to fold those hands. But yeah, huge day yesterday. Yes, we actually ran really hot though too. Although I'm gonna, like, I get the EV is all in, but I heavily disagree with this because a lot of this quote run good was them 2-outing us on the turn, money going in, and then us hitting like our 12 outs on the river. So, you know, that's kind of how these all-in hands go when they do bink it. But whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, our EV's 350, where we were up 600. I think we played decently well yesterday, especially as the game went on. Started off mediocre, but I think despite what this shows, we actually initially ran pretty bad early on in the day. There's a lot of bet, and then it was just like terrible rivers or terrible turns where we weren't able to double barrel. We just had to basically either check fold or check call in certain spots. Here with the 6, I think we can just check here. He's got way too many like 5, 6, 6, 7s, pocket 4s in his range here. So we'll just give up. Obviously with 7, 5 deuce, we can turn a ton of equity, a double barrel, or face cards that we can go. Oh my goodness, sneeze attack here. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with yesterday's results. Pretty happy we were able to keep a pretty decent level head, going down 200 or so, and like way more than that in EV. But yeah, just kind of basically push through it, come out on top. Super happy about that. I think it was actually a really good week overall Sunday. We'll check today's stats after the Sunday to yesterday. Got rid of race here. We threw that pre-call. This is really not a great board for us, but I am actually going to bet it here. The reason being that GFMLU has, well, he does call, so we are pretty much done with the hand here. But he's sort of proven it's gross if he shoves here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get to him. He has way too many 8s for us to do anything but fold to 2x, which is a good, whether he has it or not, it's a good play. But I think betting flop there against this guy's fine. I know generally it's not great, but he's like proven that he's calling like king jack off, king 10 off, king queen off, he's 10 offsuit, all these hands through that pot's out of position. So it kind of makes barreling there, I think, kind of mandatory, like almost, probably just need to c-bet almost 100% against him because of his wide calling ranges, even at a position. Checks back. We are going to bet this 2x with the open-ender. We're going to ISO the Jack-8 suited. Okay, he does call. We do get there. And we're going to barrel. We do, of course, lose to King 10 and King Queen. We are ahead of King Jack, King 9, King 8, Ace, King. Nice. I was gonna say, it does get a bit scary if he shoves there. Not quite sure. I think we probably have to fold because his line looks pretty boaty there, like King X. When he checks back flop, he could have some King X. I think mostly it bets though, obviously, just given the flush draws and stuff are out there. I don't really think we're going to play him heads up. I'm just going to bet this, obviously, King Queen. I don't know who this Cheney Shark guy is. He just random shows up and like sits a bunch of tables heads up. But it's very rare to actually see him around. I'm not better than you, just left the table. We'll raise the 5-10 suited and we can bump up the 10-8 off. But yeah, I think probably should just leave this table for planning too. Wow, we just got sick, stressed out and called. This guy flopped a set, so he's in really good shape here. Nice. Guess he just rage called that. Maybe it hasn't been a great run for him. I think we've had a pretty decent week though, overall. Check the graph here. Raise the King 7 suited. Oh, better mute myself. But yeah, absolutely rushing this week so far. 12,600. We're like EV wise, we're playing about 10 bigs. Winning wise, we're almost at 20 bigs across all stakes. Let's just check NL 100. We know we have tons of hands, like over 300,000 hands of NL 50, where we're beating it at about 16, I think, big blinds, maybe 15, maybe 17. That does up and down slightly. Overall, okay, we're going to, I think I'm just going to fold the Queen 10, and I'm just going to leave the table. I don't really want to play him heads up. At least not right now. I think we're going to start having to play heads up here soon. This is a Sunday. It looks like the tables are pretty quiet right now. They'll pick up later in the day. They always do. Any little tourneys running or saddies or something you could play. Raise queens. Bounty. I don't want to get stuck in that. I'm just gonna pull something up so we got some stuff. What about all in our fold maybe? Yeah. Okay, so what happens here? I think shovels. What happened? Yeah, shovel spades, 3 bets. Probably just call. Ace is gross. That's really gross. Ace king. Yeah, I was gonna like I was going to 4-bet, but this guy's 3-bet range is just so nitty. Probably better just to 4-bet the queens though, I think there. And we do the vast majority of the time. It's not always. Nice. It's great though, Jeffrey reloads, that's perfect. I think we took some chips off him, didn't we? 30. No, it's off of him. Okay, no, okay, he's just new to the table, got stacked, that's great. We're in good position against him. Yeah, so the week overall, yeah, the week overall has been fantastic. up 2K
Hmm.
over, or sorry, what did I think? And 100, 10,000 hands. We're up. EV, we're up 14, and 1998. Yes, basically 2K. So playing it roughly 20 bigs per 100 over the last 10K hands. Obviously, that's just super small sample. And just kind of hitting a super heater there. But overall, it's like really, really good week. So very, very close to hitting our 2-month goal. At almost only the 1-month mark. So super happy about that. And then NL50, we haven't played very many hands this week. Looks like we're, yeah, whatever, we're at like negative, or we're at like 8 big blinds or something like that. So just profiting with rake back, nothing else. So that's kind of the update so far. It's going really good. And then there was this yesterday. We table share. And we'll check the 8-7. Okay, we are temporarily back anyways. Again, for those of you who are new to the stream, that does happen every once in a while. We have to dip off camera and microphone because of YouTube's rules, essentially. We cannot have anyone under 18 pop on camera for channels and stuff like that. And if they do, like, I don't know what happens to the site, but the channel, like the video itself will get booted off. So basically, whenever my kids come running in to hang out, or they hang out in the office with me, and do their thing. Okay. Well, we obviously call the ace king here. Show the king e3. We're live to an ace at least. It is a very lucky start. Okay. We got a fade, the case king, or runner. He's dead, and now we are dodging the big ace, the big king. Nice. Maybe we just figured we'd fire up some all in just for fun. 2 all ins with, I think we fold the ace to that, the bottom ace, bottom of the barrel. And here, I'll have to check the GTO runner. So I just feel like that's spew. In our pool, not specifically against me, but against, like, when under the gun's the open raiser and they're squeezing, I think that's pretty optimistic with pocket eights there, but it could be good with all the dead money out there and stuff. It could actually, could be 1, it could be GTO, and 2, it could just be like good, you know, in general. So you're gonna get a lot of folds there. I think I'll sit here. And basically, you know, try to give a fish a chance to sit on my right. The blue marks are kind of players I consider to be not the best. We're slightly fishy, that kind of stuff. Queen Jack, 2 face cards all in, I think. Fold here. I think if we get another table open, we'll probably have to get rid of the all in or fold table, just because it will start to take up too much sort of brain power to act. We actually hit two of these little jackpot things. We hit the 54-cent one, and then we just hit the 272 one. So that's kind of fun. All right, so GMFLU opens. We 3-bet. Lucky cards balls. And then donk leads half pot. Wow. Getting like 5 to 1, but we really only have like 3 notes. I guess we fold. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, this better not go like all in. 5's definitely a call. I wonder if that's supposed to, wow. Gross. I wonder if that's supposed to be a call there or not on the flop. What a gross, oh my good lord. Here's a massive stack that missed out on. Ace 10, queen, wow. Wow, bro. I mean, that he never goes in if we're in the hand. And here, we're obviously ripping this. He squeeze, he shoves. Okay. Yeah, if he's shoving 8s, this is obviously a shove. He calls. Queens. Fold king 6. Good start to a flip. Man, I'm so disappointed over here on the right hand side. Ooh. Queen ball. Queen on the river. Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah. Okay, we'll raise the ace king. King 9. Yeah, he's just getting, yeah, he's done. I was gonna say he's probably getting stacked all over. Super unfortunate. I'm gonna have to double check this. This board, I think we'll just check out of position. King 6 is fold. With, like, if we had a spade, it's definitely a call. Yeah, like if we have a spade here, it's for sure a call. 2 diamond, like if we had 2 hearts here, it's definitely a call. I mean, we're kind of being results oriented here because obviously, like, the 1 card fell off and he had top 2 and, like, you know, stacking everybody. So whatever. Folding probably. It's definitely, I think, close. We are getting like 5 to 1. We only have 4 outs, so. Anyways, whatever. It's close, I guess, is what we're getting at. So, but face it, the fact that like the best jack that could have fell. It's you know, it's what it is. All right, we're just gonna call here, and we're gonna check again. It's actually a good spot to lead out. Oh, yeah, that's kind of fine, I guess. Okay, so now basically I have a decision to make. I think we can call and then check shove rivers. I think if he has like queen king, ace queen, queen 8, something like that, or pocket 3s, obviously it doesn't matter what we do, the money's all going in. But if he has like bluffs, then we want to check to him. And I don't like when he barrels flop and turn, it makes it less likely that he's going to have like a mediocre hand that would call if we let out. We want to build a pot here, so we're going to raise this. So I think checking river's probably the best and only option there, really. And now the king falls after it goes check check. Again, we're just going to double barrel, and we're going to raise the queen 8 suited. Interesting that he check raises that. He could just be slow playing a 7. He just caught me with nothing though, so we'll just fold. Don't fold queen 4. And 10s against an under the gun open is pretty meh, to be honest. I think I'll just call. I think GTO actually folds some portion of the time there. Okay, we'll check to him. He's the pre-flop raiser. King queen all in. Okay. Yeah, we'll go for the check raise here, shove here. I guess we'll just check the 10s. I'll just make it on now. 10s out, so let's go. As far as bluff hands go, this is probably a pretty good one for blocking ace 10 and 9-10. And we are going to fold here, shove here, check raise here. Yeah, exactly. The thing is here is it's like once the flop checks, fold here, king 8 suited here, 3-bet ace 10 suited here, check king 8 suited here, raise the ace 4. So in this spot, once like when we call pre-flop, you can eliminate king jack suited, kings, jacks, sometimes 8s from the chainy sharks range, king queen, stuff like that. It's pretty much always going to squeeze us. Call the king 8 suited, fold here, bet here. And we can either check raise here or call. I think we'll just go for the check raise this time. And anyways, point being is we block like him from having all of the nuts, and neither one of them played the hand in a way that would make you ever think that they have king jack, king queen, jacks, kings, queens, and 8s. pretty much the only like premium hand that they could have is pocket eights, and it would be Cheney Shark. Essentially, maybe king eight, you know, because of like big blind calls and stuff. But yeah, 9-7 versus king 10, spike the 7, with the 9 in the hand. We'll bet the 9 here on the river. Once we check back flop, we have lots of 9s. And he doesn't have really very many kings, I think. Once when the second flush card hits the turn, I think most of his kings are going to start betting for value. Okay, let's just see this for a sec. Call, check to him. 10-5 suited shove. Okay. Interesting here. Checks back flop. I think that's probably close to going like 10x here with 10 bigs. Checking. Like we block 8-9, block 10-8. Yeah, I think we fold here now. He checks a lot of aces back there. Fold the jack 5, fold the 8-3, fold the 9-5. Oh no, we're down $1 and all in and fold now. Oh no. All in. Oh, just this guy over here is kind of running into here. Heart or not. Big win. Big win. We are up though still because of the little jackpot pot of gold things that they dip out. The all-in folds they're just kind of fun to play every once in a while. If you can actually get in against fish, and you can play like a proper strategy of shoving, you can actually make a good chunk of money all-in or folds pretty quickly. But you have to be up against people who are really, really bad. And the issue is that all-in fold has been solved, so it's probably like like a super cheated, it's like a super cheated game. Probably not on not so much on the Ontario servers and stuff. Okay, you're gonna raise the ace, and we're gonna raise the 9-10 suited. Head of the small blind, we raised pre, he called. Pretty much as a standard, we check flop. 4.7. 9s. 4.8. And we're definitely going to call turn. And Jack 10's a fold. Check here. We're going to check call 1 here with 9s. He goes 15. It's really small. It's a good bet if he has like ace jack, ace queen. It makes me kind of want to ship, to be honest. Counterfeit on the river. Yeah, the turn big bet was a little bit suspicious. It's funny how much bet sizing will give off tells for weaker players. We're gonna have to start playing better here. It's three-handed table. Put it up. Said deal in. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Fold 5-4. We got 3-bet here. Cheney Shark's like super aggro and stuff. I still haven't decided if I think he's overdoing it or doing it just enough to be exploiting people. But again, like at these, you want to be putting yourself in always in plus EV spots, whether that's heads up, 3-handed, 4-handed, 5-handed, 6-handed. So if you're just not in the plus EV positions, probably just fine to leave the tables. So if he does keep like spewing 3-bets and stuff, it's really just not worth playing. The rake is simply too high to be like rake battling three-handed at NL100. Is kind of what the reality of it is. Okay, the 10-3 in the all-in. I think it's a fold. I really have no idea. I know you shove a bunch. I know a little bit more of the ranges when it's heads up. That's like 4 ways, which I don't even really have a clue. So we just call wide. And the king for suited raise. I think Jack 9 suited might be a 3-bet there actually. Jack 10 definitely. And debut is definitely overcalling, so I think we'll just keep shoving pretty wide into him. Or overfolding, sorry. They all are overfolding. Fold here. And debut doesn't have the auto decrease on. And we raise the 6s, so like when you go all in and win and you double your stack, it will automatically remove those chips, so you just stick to 10 bigs. So if you don't have that on, it's a pretty, just a pretty indicative sign of a bit of a fishier player. Four flush on the river. Right, Jack's flop a set. Nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't. You could maybe bet that heads up. Hard to say. Play the deuces, then we'll play out our big blind, and then we'll just leave it after that. Yeah, we're just gonna check this down and sit out for a minute. Go all in. We won't be too long, but we are just gonna take a quick break here, and then we will be right back. Okay? Okay, well, we are back temporarily. We're gonna leave this table. Resize these. We got 3 and a 50, 1 and a 100. Yeah. Okay. All in or fold. We managed to scrape up a couple dollar win there. Oh man, that'd be a challenge and a half trying to like turn a profit at all in or fold long term or something. Actually, you table selected, like I said, you could probably, and studied like heads up ranges specifically, you could probably turn a pretty big profit in those spots, I would think. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, see, this is the heads up, three-handed the heads up. Like I really got, it's just my aggression or something here. Looks like we're running hot. I guess these are two flips that we won both runs on. So we're definitely on a bit of a, as you would say, heater. The Jack 8 suited. I think we'll just 3-bet that. So we're readjusting this and dropping to 9 instead of 10. King 7 will fold. It's a really good flop for us. Obviously, pre-flop 3-better. I think we can go small on this board. Might's supposed to be upsizing because there's the flush out there, but I'm pretty sure King Queen or the Ace King small cards, Ace King with small card just goes 33% or so, 25, 30, 33, whatever it is. All right, the Ace Jack. I'm just gonna bet here, I think, and think probably a mandatory double barrel on the King Queen deuce. We're basically just saying we have a strong king, and we're going to value bet the ace on the river. He folds. Blind versus blind, like he'll definitely call queen, like queen X twice. This board, top pair, you can definitely check back some portion of the time. I think the jack is pretty vulnerable, so I usually will check these back less, even on these wet boards. But like if it's like king 6-4, you know, with 2 hearts, then we will check back more often, because it just needs less protection. A jack like queen king or ace all fall, like it's pretty. Hold the 7 deuce. So yeah, as this stream continues to grow, we're definitely going to be upgrading, or like figuring out the proper settings for things. Because like the camera's high def, good camera, the microphones, the Razer Mini, like all of these should be working significantly better than they are against this stack size we're selling. I was about to call, but yeah, did realize what we had there. So that's unfortunate. Our ace is dead. Usually we're bait flipping here, but ace spade. Nice. And we'll do spade on the river again, I think. 7-3 though, all the 7s, all the 3s. That's funny. Drop it up. Good enough outcome. For GG Poker, anyways. Flip. Okay, 7s will raise. We'll get, oops. Alright, I think we're just going to end the stream here, guys. So make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one. And just check down the pieces. Oh, maybe we'll try to play this hand out here. I think we'll start with half pot. And no action. That's too bad. And full blind, so it's suited. Alright, well, things are getting pretty hectic around here, so I'm going to dip and do a quick fold here. We'll just do a quick check. Or 200. It's good. Running just running hot. 1-2 flips, whatever. We'll take it. 300 hands, up 200. On a crazy heat here the last 2 days. So feel free to remind me of that on the next stream or two when we are running bad and I'm losing my mind.